No, I started the cameras, then I ran around to see about the cafeteria, and I walked in the back room and heard you from there.
Do you need me to watch the camera so you can be with your group?
They're just going to run.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
And I don't know where else to go.
That's okay.
I'm going to leave now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike Wells. I'm one of the band directors here at the high school, and on behalf of our entire PCCS band team, we want to welcome you to the 2026 PCCS Band Festival. Next on our program is the Liberty Middle School 8th grade band under the direction of Patricia Shepard. They will be performing El Manto Dorado by Jorge Vargas, followed by In the Beautiful Place by William Owens. After each selection, please applaud with your clapping hands and avoid yelling or calling out names. If you're going to record the performance using your phone, please consider covering the screen so that people behind you won't be distracted by the light of your screen. Please be quiet during the performance. There will be 2 people talking their performance. These are 2 clinicians. They are located upstairs. After the concert, one of our guests will give a clinic right here on stage. Please continue using proper concert etiquette during this clinic. And now, please help me welcome Mrs. Shepard and the Liberty Middle School 8th grade band.
So in the world of dynamics, I have been really good about teaching my students how to use dynamics in terms of your speaking. So if we're speaking softly, it's almost like you're whispering to somebody, your next door neighbor, telling them a little secret. And maybe if you are speaking loudly, it's almost like you're using your outdoor voice on the playground, right? If you're a little kid. So some of us are playing with an outdoor voice a little bit more than they should be. We're going to work on that a little bit. The style of this piece is, oh yes, that's what I was hoping. Thank you so much. All right, this is, all right, now, this is the now. All right. Hear me now. All right, here we go. We are going to start with just breathing in longer phrases, playing a little softer. What I noticed was we sometimes play a little loud, which means you can't go further in one breath. If you pull back a little bit on the volume, you might be able to go longer in a breath. If I ask this band, how long do you think a musical phrase typically is? Like our normal typical phrase, do you know how to answer that? Okay, would you say 1 bar? Would you go 1 bar for a phrase? And by the way, I equate a phrase to a sentence. So if I'm saying a sentence to you like, I really love to drink coffee, that's a phrase, and that's a true phrase. If I say I really love to drink coffee, I love is not the phrase, is it? That's just like one part of the phrase. So I love to drink coffee. So how many bars do you think the music would be for a phrase? How many bars? Anybody know? Go. 4. Has anybody ever heard that before? A 4-bar phrase, of course. So when we're breathing, we want to try to go as long as we can in one phrase. 4-bar phrases are hard, especially when you're playing slow, but I think you guys can do it, okay? This is the beginning. Before we get into all that, clarinets and saxes. Saxes, are you playing this opening? You were playing the opening, clarinets and saxes. Can I hear you at the beginning? I want it to be as smooth as humanly possible. I'm hearing do-wah, 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 do-wah. I want do-do-do-do-do-do, as smooth as you can. Let me hear just those guys, and then we're going to put everybody together. Just the 8th notes at the beginning. 1, 2, as smooth as can be. Go. That was better. Now can you do this? We're going to talk about shaping a phrase, and we're going to talk about breathing. Can you go do-ah, 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 da? Get louder as you go. 1, 2, and ready, shape that. Bar 1 and 2 and good. Now the only other thing I'll say is this. We had a little bit of issue with balance and intonation, which I'm not going to get into today. Saxes can play a little less than clarinets, and that's normal in the overarching hierarchy of the band. Try it again. More clarinet, less sax. 1, 2, and smooth still, and good. So when you go back to your classroom, you might want to work a little bit with intonation and things like that, because we're a little bit flat, a little bit sharp, but that's good. Now, everybody from the beginning, can we do this? I'm going to ask you to see if you can do the first 4 bars. Flutes, you don't play here. Oboe, do oboe, oboe. Oboes. When we come in at the beginning, you guys are not going to come in at 5, just FYI. Beginning, everybody, we're going to try to go all the way to bar 4 without breathing. If you play from the beginning, you have to go all the way to bar 4 without breathing. 1, 2, you got to take a huge breath. Ready? No breath, 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 no breath. Stop. How many of you know that you did not breathe anywhere from the first bar to the 4th bar? You know you did not breathe. How many of you aren't really for sure? How many of you just aren't answering me right now? It's okay to answer me. How many of you know you breathed? How many of you know you did not breathe? How many of you aren't really for surezies? Cool, let's try it again. See if you can go all the way with no breath. 1, 2, huge breath to start. No. You have to hear the clarinets. No breath. No breath. No breath. Stop. Good. How many of you know you did not breathe that time? How many of you aren't really sure still? That means you're not paying attention to your own playing. Saxes, you gotta play softer so you can hear the clarinets. Beginning this time, we're going on. 1, 2, huge breath. Good. Some of you are coming in early, and I argue if you breathe together, you'll release the air together. Can I hear all of you just, if you're playing the opening, breathe with me. Breathe with me. 1, don't play, just breathe. 1, 2, 3. Good, don't play. Breathe. 1, 2, 3. I want to hear that. I heard a slight breath. I want to hear more of that. Beginning. 1, 2, breathe. Good. This time, let's play. 1, 2, breathe. Down and after the beginning? Aren't there supposed to be low people playing? I barely can hear you. You can play louder. 1, 2, beginning, breathe. Nope, I didn't hear breath. I'm going to do it without my microphone because I feel like I'm breathing more than you are. 1, 2, breathe, ready. Good. Play. 1, 2, and breathe. I can't hear you. We also need to be able to grow. We also need to be able to balance so we don't hear some instruments over the other instruments. Can everybody please go to 105? Oh, I'm sorry, not 105, I'm in the wrong song. Can everybody please go to the ending? The ending was so pretty, but it could be even prettier. Everybody play the last 4 bars. Last 4 bars. Last 4. 1, 2, last 4, breathe. Nope. Nope. So when I breathe, I want you to breathe with me so that you come down on the down beat exactly together. 1, 2, breathe, breathe. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Good. Is your conductor, I have a question. Is your conductor slowing down here? Some of you are saying no and some of you are saying yes. So how many of you feel like she's supposed to be slowing down here? How many of you are like, she's not? She's definitely not. So, okay, so do you agree that she is? Okay, we had one person raise their hand. So I'm confused. Are you supposed to be slowing down or not? Yes. Okay. I would like you to do that and watch me. 1, 2, last 4 bars, slowing down. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. 2, eyes. Yeah, I can do it without yelling, and this time I want even softer to the end. I want it to be that whisper that we talked about. You're talking to your next door neighbor, like literally the person next to you, telling them the biggest, deepest, darkest secret. It has to be so soft. 1, 2, last 4 bars, then we'll go on. Eyes. Whisper, whisper, whisper. That's way better than before. That was way better than before. It was a little bit too loud before. I loved that. The one thing I want to point out is some of you are, I'm saying eyes, look up eyes. Some of our stands are really low, but if your stand is too low, then you can't see the conductor. So you have to remember that when they're way up on this podium, sometimes you have to raise your stand even higher. So your stand is too low, your stand is too low, your stand is too low. So some of the people, especially in the front, I would raise that stand up. You'll be able to see a lot better if you do that, okay? Let's go to the other piece, please, Alfonso Duran. I'm going to just work a little bit on some dynamic stuff. Everybody's doing a great job. We had a really good sound overall, but I bet you can bring out some things dynamically. Trumpets, can I hear you from the beginning? Trumpets, what's your dynamic marking? What is it? Forte. What is forte? Loud. Prove it. Here we go, trumpets. 1, it's a da-da-da-dee-dee-da. 1, 2, ready. Yeah, so the problem is you're not breathing. You're just coming in. It'd be equivalent to, I equate a lot of my teaching to driving. You're going to learn to drive someday. How many of you know the driver's ed starts at 14 years and 9 months? How many of you will be starting driver's ed at some point soon? How many, has anybody started it yet? I don't think anybody's that old yet. So soon you'll be driving. If you don't put gas in your car, you're not going to go anywhere. Yeah? You didn't put gas in your tank. So when you're doing that, you're going to come in, you're not going to be able to play forte, you're probably not going to be able to go very far on one breath, and again, we have to do phrasing. Your phrasing has to go all the way to the downbeat of bar 8. If it's in 2/4 time, you should be able to make it 8 bars, 1 breath. Do you agree? How low is this thing? If you have 8 bars in 2/4 time, should be able to do that in one breath. If you gotta breathe, you gotta breathe, but I really think you can do it. If you fill up your gas tank. Trumpets, here we go. 1, breathe. 1, 2, breathe. Okay, let me play the first note with a big sound. I want da, and I want you to just hold the first note out. 1, 2, big breath. Good. Yep, we're not breathing. I want you to make sure that Grandma Betty in the back row, is there a Grandma Betty back there? I want you, she needs to hear your breath. She needs to hear your breath. 1, 2, breathe. Good. One more time without me. 1, 2, breathe. Again, 2, breathe. Louder. 1, 2, breathe. Listen, we can refine that tone, and a couple of you just went a little bit beyond, but we can refine that, but if you don't play with a full sound to start with, it's hard to refine. Try it one more time. Big breath. Breathe and play to the back wall. 1, 2, breathe. It already sounds a little bit better. It already sounds better. Now, here's the challenge. Can you play this opening phrase like that? Here we go. 1. It's El Manto Dorado. This is like a big, huge trumpet heavy opening, and it didn't sound like it. Breathe. 1, 2, ready. And then as the notes go faster, you have to use more air. Da dee 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 da. 1, 2, ready. Loud. Yeah, many of you are doing 2-bar phrases. I heard da dee 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 da breath. Da dee 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 da breath. No, you can go further than that. Try it again. Fill up the gas tank. Some people are going to the gas station. You're pulling up to the pump. You're looking at it. You might have gotten out of the car even. And then you just got back in your car and drove away. You're not filling up the tank. Here we go. 1, 2, big breath. 1, 2, huge breath. No breath, no! Yes, so that would take some work, and obviously I don't want to do all that right now, but you have to go further in a breath. Some of you are going da da dee 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 da, taper. You're tapering the note. I argue you should push the gas pedal down. Da da dee 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 da, da da dee 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 da, da. Bar 5 should be the loudest. Bar 5 should be the loudest. Everybody else, you don't get to play forte. Guess what? You have to, I would even say mezzo piano. Because everybody else in the entire band is doing the other thing, right? Beginning. You all bring it down a notch. They're going to play like it's their moment in the spotlight. 1, 2, everybody from the start. Come on! Come on! Good. Can you play louder? Can you play louder, trumpets? What? If 3 people play louder, it'll sound louder. 1, 2, big breath. 4. Now that one could be louder, right there. Da, 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 da. There's a huge crescendo. Do it again. 1, 2, big breath. Yeah, you're not filling up your gas tank. Some of you are just jumping the gun and you're not filling up the tank. Do it again. 1, 2, big breath. 4. Now, big. Good. That has to be the opening. It has to be even more than you think, more than you've ever played before. Can you please, because I only have a minute or two, can you all please go to bar 132? There is a crescendo. Do you see this? Yeah. How do you start a crescendo? Quiet. Well, I wondered if you knew that. You did, but you didn't do it. So I wonder if you could play the last 4 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is where that is. Don't do the pickup note, just start right at the beginning of the crescendo. Here's how I teach it. Piano, the next beat, mezzo piano, the next beat, mezzo forte, the next beat, forte, and by that point you're to fortissimo. Do you see that? So every beat gets one dynamic louder. Here we go, bar 132. Mezzo, or it's gonna be piano, mezzo, forte, forte. 1, 2, 132. Nope, do it again. 1, 2, softer. That was already better. Do it again. 1, 2, ready. Now I argue the people that move have to play even more. Da-dee, da-dee, da-dee-da. Do you guys get to play louder? 1, 2, ready, same thing. Now the last note, here's one thing I would like you to try before we go today. Play the last note, da. It's not marked, it's marked marcato, and this is an opinion thing, and it might be different than what she's saying, and that's okay. I want da 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 da, just a slight bit of length to it. 1, 2, start soft and get loud. Just a slight bit, and not too much, and that's just an opinion thing, but you guys sound really good, and I appreciate you letting me work with you and try new things today, and have a great rest of your school year, everybody. Thank you so much. Can you give them a round of applause? Nice job.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike Wells. I'm one of the band directors here at the park. And on behalf of our entire band team, we want to welcome you to the 2026 PCCS Band Festival. Next on our program is the West Middle School 8th grade band under the direction of Mr. Scott Hawkins. They will be performing Solidarity by William Owens, followed by Arabian Dances by Roland Barrett. After each selection, please applaud with your clapping hands and avoid yelling or calling out names. If you're going to record the performance using your phone, please consider covering the screen so that people behind you won't be distracted by the light of your screen. Please be quiet during the performance. There will be 2 people talking during the performance. These are 2 clinicians located upstairs. They are commenting into a recording device. After the concert, one of our clinicians will give a clinic right here on stage. Please continue using proper concert etiquette during this clinic. And now, please help me welcome Mr. Scott Hawkins and the West Middle School 8th grade band.
On so you can hear me. Hi everybody, my name is Dr. Klenna and I teach down the road at Oakland University and I'm really happy to be with you today. Have you had a clinician before, someone like me come in and work with the band? So you know how this goes, right? Are we playing these pieces again or this is it?
One of them will do it.
One of them, the which one?
Not for performance, we're using another one.
Oh, perfect, good. All right, well, awesome. First, brag on yourselves. What's something great that happened in this performance that you as a band did? I like to focus on that first. Come on, talk to me. You got it, yes. You played it, right? Nothing fell apart and we had to stop and, right, there wasn't any blood or sweat or tears, right? Maybe a little sweat. All right, what else? Give me something great that happened, yeah. Oh my goodness, we had two, raise your hand if you had a solo. Excellent job on the solos. Can we give them a round of applause? Yes, great job on that. I have a whole list of amazing things that you did as an ensemble. One of them being, usually, I have to go around and teach bands how to clap, if you believe it or not. And it's clear that you've worked on clapping up here above your stand. And I just had to work with a band recently. I bet you all didn't even know this, that there's a whole clapping technique. But I had to work with a band because they did floppy hand clapping, right? And that does nothing. You can't hear floppy hands, but you can hear that, right? When you do a golf clap. So I want to commend you that this is the first band that I've never had to clinic claps for. Really nice job. Could we start, I want to go to a couple places in this and then we'll go back to Solidarity. Let's start, oh, I know exactly the right place. Here we are, let's start at 76. 76, did you know I was going to say 76? No, you didn't? Are you tired? No. Have you had your coffee? I've had my coffee. Woo, you have to get on my level. Here we are, 76, 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, and. us right there. Can we make sure the people that trill, raise your hand if you trill in 83. All right, let me hear that trill, and I want you to trill as fast as your little fingers can do. 2, ready, and. Good, now play it forte and hold it for 4 beats. Here we go. 1, 2, and fast trill, here we go. All right, can you trill faster than that? All right, blow some air through it. 2, ready, and. Good, all right, so you have to hold that all 4 beats. Here's what happened, is that we were getting ready to go to 85, which is a big piece of a moment in the music. And we went, and we stopped early, and then we went, ta, 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 ta. Those 4 quarter notes, everyone look at the measure 84. See those 4 quarter notes? They have these on top of it. What does this mean? Do you know what this means? Marcato. Yes, it's a type of accent. What does marcato mean? And staccato. Do you know what I like to think of marcatos? Anybody is a visual person? They like to see things. I'm a person that likes to think about things. When I see marcato notes, I think about them as big bricks of sound. Top, 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 top. Like that. I'm sorry, that was very loud. I'm so sorry, audience. I'm not used to wearing a mic. So I like to hear that. Can I hear those 4 quarter notes, please? And I want us to crescendo them. What dynamic are they? Okay, forte, and we're gonna crescendo them because they belong to measure 85. Top, 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 ta da 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 da. Here we go. 1, 2, and top, top, ready, and. Stop. Do it one more time, and what I'm watching for is everyone to breathe at the same time. Here's what I heard. From, from, which means that we're not together. Take big air in. 1, 2, ready. Stop. That wasn't nearly enough air. And if you all have already heard me do my shtick before, that is not nearly enough air. You took an air that goes like this. And it went just to the end of this stage. It's got to fill up the back of that hall. See that exit sign way up there? That's where it goes. So, if you could, please do a breathing exercise with me. Do you do breathing exercises in class? Sometimes. Great, you're gonna do it with me. Here we are. Everybody breathe in. Audience, feel free to join us with